Hi, my name is Jordan, and I created Dreamland, a first-person shooter multiplayer map that I designed and created. I've always been a fan of FPS games, especially the Call of Duty franchise. I'm really into the arcade shooters and designed this map with them in mind. I'm going to take you through the planning and design process of the map, and just basically how I created it overall. First of all, I'll list some softwares I use. I use Photoshop. This is for like the pre-planning, the sketching, just kind of getting the basic design down. Once I knew what I was going to create, I used 3ds Max and created all the assets. To texture the models, I use Substance Painter, and Quixel I used for the environment. And then of course I use Unreal Engine. So before I actually created the map, I had to have something down on paper. I had to draw some sketches, design something, just have something down so I have something to reference, or at least know where the placement of assets is going to go, how the map's going to look. So this is one of my first designs that I went through. I knew I wanted the helicopter in the map. I knew I want escalators in the middle. So we have the helicopter here, escalators here, and I knew I wanted quite a large spawn points. I've researched other maps as well. So I looked at maps from the Call of Duty franchise. Obviously, that's one of the most known arcade shooters out there. I looked at Slums, I looked at Solar, I looked at Contraband, all these maps, even though they're not in a mall. What was the location that I wanted to set mine in? They were still good maps and were one of the fan favourites. So I looked at these maps and I knew that these maps were very popular amongst the community, and I wanted to research that. So I went through and I looked at what these maps had, what the routes were like. The routes that they had in common were they were 3 lanes. While designing this, I wasn't going for 3 lanes to start with, but I realised that I would want objectives based in my level. This later got removed because I wanted a 3 lane level. I believe these kind of work best, definitely with the arcade shooters, and if you are going to have objectives within them. Right, so this is the start of the map. This is one of the 2 spawn points, and I wanted it to lay out quite as simply as possible. This is a 3 lane map, so I wanted to show off this. So you've got 1 lane there, 2 lane there, and 3 lane there. So it's just simply laid out, just like most Call of Duty maps. I'm going to take you through the main entrance now. So I wanted to make it look like it's abandoned. I've got these ad screens going. I kind of want to still obviously give the feeling that it is a mall. So you have these mannequins, you have clothes here. I'm going to show you the left lane first, and then we'll go middle, and then we'll go to the right. This is from obviously this spawn point here. So if we go to the left lane, you could either go this way or this way. So this way takes you through where the back alley is, and then we're going to go through to the bathrooms here. As you can see, I'm trying to block certain lines of sight. Obviously, I don't want you seeing straight through the bathroom, so I've done another block here, but you have a left and right route through these blocks here. Comes straight through here, and this is the crash site, so you can come both ways. You can come straight through the middle here, or you can go through the bathrooms like so, and then you've got these 2 doorways here. So yeah, so when you come through the bathrooms, you go into the stock room. I think that spatial size types are very important. Having a variety of that will definitely change the way the player plays the game. So anyway, we've got a narrow space here, then you go to the stock room, and then this is the other side. So if you look over here, this is the other spawn, the parking lot. Again, open space. So what's important is when they come into the game, it's what's called arrival. An arrival is the first thing the player sees when they spawn into the game. I want to make it obvious to them where to go, easy to navigate, and you've got these 2 open spaces here, and they know to enter through this way. So this is the other side of the spawn. As you see, there's the middle entrance over there, and we have ways underneath the ground, and will also take you to the middle. So I'm going to go back through the middle and show you the middle route. I'll show you underneath as well later on. So what we're going to do, we're going to come down the middle. We've got the escalators there. We'll take you down the middle, and this is the middle area. So this is preferably where B would be. So if I wanted to do a domination map, we'll have A or C either side, and we'll have B in the middle where this tree is. But yeah, so as you can see, it's open space. Like other Call of Duty games, it's either a narrow space or open space. I mean, you got firing range, what is kind of a prime example of an open space used on the B flag. Obviously, it's a bit of a danger zone, but what you kind of want to make B, you want to make B a hard place to get. So we have views from the top through the middle of the helicopter there that people can shoot down. And then we've got obviously these two doorways here, what I was talking about earlier on, underneath, and then we have this top bit here that people can shoot down. If I carry on going through, so I can just show you the middle lane. We go up these escalators here, and we're back to where we started. Before I show you the third and final route, I'm going to quickly show you the crash zone. So you can come through here, and here is the crash zone. This is one of kind of the main vantage points you can get on the middle of the place. You can come through here. This is going to be one of the main vantage points here. You can easily see the middle of the map. Like I said, if there was an objective, you'd want to get this point. I use the back end of the helicopter as a object that you can use as cover. If we fly through here, I'm going to show you the final route. Right, so I'm going to take you through the third and the final route, and then I will show you the route what takes you underneath. So this is another open space. I wanted to kind of have a mixture, like I said, of the spatial size types. So we've got this open space that then goes into more of a narrow space when coming around here. So this is the watch shop. As you see, I've put some watches in the cases there. You've got some more there. Again, just blocking the lines of sight, using these watch cases so you can't see straight through the middle into the other person's spawn, especially if you're using a sniper or something like that. And then this is one of the top windows that, again, you can look down on B. I wanted to make sure that there are different height variations. So you have a mixture of height variations that you would like, definitely an FPS shooter. You fight for these height variations, you fight for the vantage points, and I wanted two prime vantage points here and on the other side where the crash was, so there wasn't just one vantage point that someone could have. I wanted there to be a balance within this level, and I didn't want people being able to get one vantage point and being able to kill the rest. I wanted two, so at least you could shoot through towards crash or vice versa and take out someone with the other vantage point. Now I'm going to take you through to this. This is more of a kind of, this is quite an open space as well. Again, I'm trying to block the view here with these mannequins. We have clothes here that also kind of block the player, so they have to maneuver around these. I'm going to carry on through here. Again, got some ad screens on the right here. This is where the vehicles have crashed through. And again, we are on the other side. This is the other side of the spawn. I'm going to take you down through one of these. These are tight corridors. These are probably the most narrow spaces that I have here. It's a bit like the spaces underneath High Rise and Modern Warfare 2, underneath their spawns. You come through here. It's kind of more of a prospect space here. This is just so you could fight your way through the corridor into this prospect space and into the main zone here. I use this ad screen here to block the line of sight, and then I've done the same on the other side. As you see, we've got this ad screen what is blocking the line of sight up here. I've done this so you can't just shoot people coming out their spawn, and again vice versa, they can't shoot directly down here. But you have to be tactical, you have to play, and you have to learn the map. And if you know that these block this, you might have to choose a different route. If you have read the architectural approach to level design, Christopher Towson mentions kind of these spaces and these behavioral types multiple times in the book, especially height variation. He talks about there was spatial size types, and I kind of wanted to show this within the level as well. Thanks for watching the video, and I'm creating another level as well. It's for my most recent game, Mech Ball, and I'll be releasing the block out and map design for that soon.